It feels good. People, what's going on? We're going to have a great topic of discussion. As you guys know, it's your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com, life coach, investor, entrepreneur. I hope all y'all having a great day. We got IG Live, YouTube Live, Facebook. We're live on all platforms. Let everybody load up a little bit. We're going to have some great comments, and we're going to have a great conversation. Right now, we're in a world, as we all know, going to college, especially for these young kids, nobody's really teaching them the value of financial literacy. Nobody's really taking time to readjust the mindset that kids should have when they leave high school and understanding the real world. Because life is not easy, and nobody really gave me guidance even when I was leaving high school. Like, how does life work financially? When it comes to credit, when it comes to home buying, when it comes to a lot of derivatives that we should understand by theory. Because again, some people, as they're getting older, they're exposed to the right people that teach them about saving, about investing, about estate planning, about managing money, about the reality of when you leave high school as a young individual, you're going straight into real life, and you got to figure it out, and you got to figure it out real quick, because life starts to catch up as soon as possible if you really think about it. Because school debt is one. A lot of us go to college, we have no savings, we have no job, we're just in school just to make sure we get our education, get our degree. But who really taught you the importance of having good credit? Who really taught you the importance of, okay, well, this college debt has to be paid back based on the degree that you got? Tonight we're talking about, should financial literacy be taught in colleges, also in high schools? This is such a problem in the world today. If you really think about it, just in school debt alone, 1.75 trillion, close to $2 trillion worth of school debt. 98% of people is having a problem paying it back. Now, this could be a lot of reasons. One is, a lot of us didn't read the fine print. Two is, a lot of us felt that as long as we have a degree, we're going to be financially fine. Three is, we got to realize school is a business. I'm not against school, but I love what Ron, our new governor, DeSantis, is doing by implementing a financial literacy exit course or exam. This is a great thing because now it's giving people an opportunity to understand the derivatives that benefit you to create legacy and wealth, which is learning how to save money, learning about bank accounts, learning about credit cards with these high interest rates. This is such a problem in this world today. Nobody is teaching these high school and college kids about savings accounts, about credit card interest rates at 28%, 24%. Nobody's telling people the importance of buying a home and how do you buy a home, which is investing, asset building. So to have a governor now who's really taking time to implement something that really brings true value to the education system other than debt. Because we all get it. High school kids, you're done with high school, you're having a good time, you're a senior, I get it. You're going to college, you're excited to get out of your parents' house. Nobody has talked to these children about reality. Reality is you're a grown adult now. Reality is you have to understand the importance of mentally saving for the rest of your life. Saving is a mental habit. Reality is you got to understand what's more important than cash is your credit. But this world, this school system, as we all know, haven't done that. And this is why we have so much debt. So tonight I'm going to talk about a lot of things that we should focus on and why implementing financial literacy courses in high schools and colleges is very beneficial for a lot of reasons, right? For a lot of reasons. One second. Let's first look at it like this, right? If you have comments, make sure you put your comments below. This is your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. People we're talking about is a financial literacy course important to, of course, our education system when it comes to growth and mental wealth. When it comes to, of course, family wealth, legacy. Now, we got to first look at it like this, right? $2 trillion worth of debt, 45 million Americans, okay? Now, you got to really imagine, I'm reading an article, there's 51% of Americans, 51% of Americans who are born and raised in the United States of America who don't have not even a dollar saved, working check by check. You got to understand how much of a problem that is. Think about this. You're born and raised in the United States of America. You went to middle school, you went to high school. You went to college. You graduated college, or even if you didn't go to college, You're in a country of freedom and opportunities. You have no savings. How did this happen? One is there's not enough exposure. A lot of us weren't brought up with mentors to give us guidance. A lot of us have this mindset where we already know it all. One thing I want you guys to understand, you got to take financial literacy serious, because the reality is a lot of people are living check by check because of bad decisions from high school days. And this is what we're here to change tonight. We're here to really focus on the mindset. In high school, nobody taught me how to save money. Nobody taught me the importance of managing my money. Nobody taught me the importance of budgeting my money, because there's a difference. A lot of us don't know that every time you make money, you should save first, at least 30% of gross. You should save first. This world just programs you on spending money, because all we see on TV is infomercials. Buy this, buy that, buy this material product, buy this, buy that. Nobody really teaches us the importance of saving money. People, saving is a mindset, and you have to understand. You have to use that tool for the rest of your life. If you're a high school student, you're in high school, you're graduating, about to go to college, I salute to you, I get it. You're going in that adult stage of understanding what it is to be a grown adult. You're about to go get your degree. And this degree makes a difference to your success. Because if you get a degree that doesn't make you enough money for the lifestyle that you want, no matter what, these school loans will be following you for the rest of your life. Imagine right now there is people who have $40,000 to $500,000 worth of school loans at 40 years of age, and they don't know how to pay it back. Nobody ever talked to them about how are you going to exit this school loan. All you guys were doing was ready to just sign on the dotted lines to get school loans. Because why? Your mindset was just built on, I just need to get this degree because my parents want. Oh, I just need to get this degree because if I get this degree, I'm going to have a great paying job or career waiting for you. We've been lied to, people. We've been lied to. We've been lied to. We've been lied to for a very long time. Many Americans are struggling, check by check. It's time we change the dynamics of life and start teaching these young kids from high school days. What is a bank account? We're going to start with the baby steps. What is a checking account? What is a money market savings account? What is a CD? Then as you get more advanced with the education, start teaching the young kids the importance of saving. Why you need to save for the rest of your life. Why you need to have emergency funds. When you get paid at a job, I don't care if it's $500, you should be saving minimum 30% of gross, not net. 30% of gross, $500 a week. 30%, you do the basic math, that's $150 a week times 4 weeks in a month. That individual should be saving at least $600 a month. If a young individual is in high school making $500 a week, if they're saving 30% every time they get paid, they should have $600 saved per month times 12 months in a year. But parents, first and foremost, young college kids who are rich to watch this video, shout out to all the high schools I spoke to. Shout out to all the colleges. Saving is something that you have to mentally understand. It's psychological. Every time you touch a dollar, a person could have gave you $50 today. You have to learn the importance of saving 30 to 40%. See, the problem with this world is we're programmed backwards. The first thing this world teaches us is do this. Spend money. Spend money. Nobody teaches us the importance of saving first. And this is why as grown adults, they say less than 23% of people, less than 23% of people as grown adults have $10,000. Really think about this for a moment, okay? Tonight we're talking about the importance of school systems implementing a financial literacy course to have high school kids and college kids exit. Shouts out to our new government for implementing this. This is so important. High school kids cannot leave college now unless they understand the basics of financial literacy, saving, credit, money management. budgeting, because a lot of us don't understand these are all different things, okay? These are all different things. People, I want you guys to understand how important this is. A lot of people are in school debt right now with occupations that can never pay the debt back because of lack of financial literacy. A lot of people are begging companies to give them a $2 or $3 raise because the lack of financial literacy. We have grown adults at 4 years old excited to make $50,000 because the lack of financial literacy and not knowing the value of who you are. At the end of the day, $50,000 is nothing. You should be teaching your kids how to make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. The life that we live today has changed. There's different tools to utilize to make wealth nowadays, to create an income. You have YouTube, you have Google. You have great careers that exist. One of the things I wish that, of course, shouts out to Ron DeSantis. I want to make sure I say his name correct. Our new governor. I want to say this too. I hope this video eventually attaches to him. I'm going to add him anyway. I hope eventually we could also add one more thing in the school system. Not just financial literacy. Teaching people how to save money, budget money, how to manage money. We need to also teach these young individuals how to what? Sell. A lot of people don't understand. My highest paid clients that I have that make minimum $250,000 or more. I have clients who make $600,000 a year working for somebody. And I have clients who make $40,000 a year working for somebody. What separates the two? One is in sales. The next one just has a degree but doesn't understand sales. I think it's imperative that school systems take time to teach individuals how to sell. Because we as a culture, we're always being sold. When you turn on IG, when you turn on, of course, social media, any platform, when you turn on TV, we're always being sold. But nobody teaches us how to sell ourselves. This is why when young kids are in high school, when they leave high school, their mindset is, well, I'm going to get this degree. I'm going to have a nice high-paying job waiting for me, and life is going to be great. This is not true. Young kids, if you're watching this video, which you eventually will see, make sure you guys are sharing this content. The truth is, the world lied to you. A degree just shows that you finished something you started. But it's not just about how much money you make in this world that we call life. It's also about the importance of how you manage your money, how you budget your life. Parents, monthly, you should be teaching your kids how to budget. You should be teaching your kids how to budget money. If you are a parent, if you have a friend that's in high school, even if you're not a parent, teach kids how to save, why they should save. Things happen in life. Teach kids the importance of credit. Credit is more important than cash. The highest score you could possibly have is an 850. At young ages, if they're responsible, add them to your credit cards so they can start building credit. So by 21, they already have an 800 score. Teach kids bills is not what you should be paying first. Bills is what get paid last. This is the misperception of a lot of parents when it comes to educating. The first thing they teach their kids, when you make money, make sure you pay those bills. No. The first thing you do is pay yourself first. Take 30% of what you made and put it away for rainy days. Then you pay the bills. Whatever you got left over, you enjoy for happiness or whatever the entertainment purposes. Number 2, budgeting, people. At the end of the day, I have clients who make $100,000, $200,000, and they're broker than a person who makes $60,000. And you ask yourself why? Because one person is budgeting their money and the next individual is not budgeting their money. The truth is, you got to understand this, people. If you don't budget yourself when you're making decisions, and one of the ways of budgeting yourself is simply having a notepad from Walmart, basic yellow notepad. Or a lot of people, I get it, we have apps now. You could also use Excel. You should be writing down all your bills every single month, the date that they're due, what's the balances, when should you be paying them. You should also have a list that shows all your expenses, all the bills you pay, compared to how much money you make monthly. Once you start visually seeing how much bills is coming out of your pocket compared to how much money you make a month, it's going to readjust your mindset. A lot of us don't understand how important it is when you see your bills visually on paper or on a spreadsheet or on an app, and you see how much money you're wasting in certain areas. And one of the biggest areas that a lot of us spend a lot of money on is food. Food is the most expensive component for a lot of people. Young people, they also have this habit, and I get it. Material things, clothes, shoes, jewelry. Because in high school, you're fighting this world of competition, believing that if you the best dressed, if you dress nice, that really means something in the real world. At the end of the day, people, we got a big fight going on. And the fight is mentally within these kids. These high school kids need a lot of direction. Lady Gray's in the building. These kids need direction in life. They need to understand the importance of opening up a bank account. They need to understand what is a credit card. Why is it that grown adults have bad credit? And if you're a grown adult, you have bad credit, that means you're going to teach your kids the importance of having bad credit. This is why I said we need to change as adults our mindset so these young kids can get a fair opportunity to being great. Parents, stop teaching your kids that as long as you have cash, you will be perfectly fine in life. You need cash and credit. You need more credit than cash. Because at the end of the day, if you had $100,000 cash in your bank account, you could only buy $100,000 worth of something. But if you have $100,000 with an 800 credit score, you could leverage that to probably $1 million. You could leverage that to maybe $700,000. The game of life, people, is learning how to use other people's money to make money. I wish somebody would have told me that when I was younger. I learned that as a grown adult. The game of life is learning how to use other people's money to make money. And other people's money sometimes is credit. You should have good credit. Some of you still have this street urban mindset. You got $50,000 in a shoebox. You got $100,000 sitting in a bank account doing nothing, not being invested. And then you got opposite individuals, have good credit, and they never buy or invest into anything. What's the point of having good credit? Why have a 750 score if you're never going to use it? That's another topic of discussion. When individuals have good credit, you got some good savings, why not invest, buy a piece of property? Why not maybe get into stocks? Why not maybe start a business? Why not start fulfilling your dreams, start creating wealth so you can have freedom? Teach your kids the importance of freedom. Every child does not have to work for somebody enslaved to death and beg for part-time out, PTO. We're in a world right now, it's so crazy to me, man. We're begging for $2 raises. We're hoping this country save our lives. We're in $2 trillion worth of debt. We're living check by check, some of us. Savings accounts have nothing. And we're teaching our young kids the same mindset, the same lifestyle. It's time we start today to start changing our mindset. One thing I always recommend, there's apps, which I love. Shouts out to the Mint app, MINT. That app is amazing. It's a great app for individuals to understand what's going on between their accounts, where they're spending their money. Shouts out to the Robinhood app. This is for young kids, of course, for opening and giving great exposure to the younger generation about the stock market, the equity market, which can help them create a lot of wealth if they have patience. I also recommend nowadays when kids are young, opening up and teaching them about the importance of home buying. Have them download the Zillow app, Open Door also. to have them understand and see the difference of what homes were worth at a certain price compared to what they're worth now. Showing them if you buy low and eventually sell high, how much money can you make if you have good credit and good savings. Showing them how much of a lifestyle you can live if you budget your life every month. Why is it so important to budget? People, we need to know how much we're spending on certain things we're buying every single month. So many individuals, so many Americans are on this automated subscription program. Companies are taking dollars out of your account every month and you're not even using their services. Wasting money into these apps that's not bringing you any value. It's so sad to see 51% of Americans or more have $0 in their bank account. Some people have worked for companies for the last 15 years. And if they quit today, they can't survive for the next 3 months. Really think about that for a moment. Imagine you worked for a company for 15 years. If you decided to quit today, you wouldn't be able to survive for 90 days. And COVID proved it. COVID happened. A lot of people, by the time COVID happened, 2 months, people are already complaining they filed unemployment. What that tells me, you are living check to check. Please don't do this to your kids, man. In high school, nobody's teaching people the truth. The truth is these kids need to start learning about credit. The truth is these kids need to have bank accounts. The truth is when these kids are in college, they need to understand the importance of investing. They need to also understand the importance of money management. Even in high school, even in middle school, start teaching them how to manage money. Every time you get paid, you should be saving money. Parents, you got to understand the value of this. High school kids are struggling right now. And the struggle is mental. They're still being programmed to this world. As long as you're in high school, you got good grades, you go to school, go to college, you get a good degree, you'll be perfectly fine. That is not true. You have a lot of school debt following you. Do you have savings? You can get an online job while you're in college. Things have changed, people. Open up your minds. Companies will never pay you what you're worth. This is the truth. So sometimes you ask yourself, what's the point of going to college, right? College is a great thing if you utilize it right. But today we're focused more on the fact that before you even get to college, do you know how to manage your money? We're also talking about the fact that when you eventually get this degree that you're fighting for, and you're making $100,000, God willingly, $200,000, $300,000, do you know how to manage all that money? Have your parents taught you the difference between needs versus wants? You need a car, but you want a Porsche. You need to wear nice clothes, but you want to wear Louis Vuitton. You need to save money, but you rather put yourself in a position to rent for the rest of your life than own. Teach these kids the difference of assets, things that put money in your pocket. People, you should be teaching your kids the importance of owning a home. You know, while we're talking about it, so crazy, less than 22% of Americans have less than 22% of Americans have $10,000. Less than 22% of Americans have $10,000 saved up in this world that we call life. Growing up in high school, I could always remember, man. I used to remember the flashy kids, the kids who dress nice. I get it. Jordans on your feet, got your hat backwards. Okay, I'm feeling that. The most popular kids. There was athletes, running back, wide receiver, quarterbacks, all that shit there. Then you look at life as you get older. You ask yourself, what happened? What happened to all the cool kids in high school? See, after a while, certain things don't matter. What's kind of funny now, the lames, as some of us would call them, they winning. The kids that wasn't so popular in school, they making $500,000 a year. They got 2-3 homes. They got good savings. They got their life in order because they focused on what's important. But for some of us, We were too focused on trying to be cool in school. We were too focused on all the wrong things. But I also want to make sure I say this. For some of us, it's not fair. We didn't have the right exposure. When you don't have the right exposure to understanding how money works, how to save money, why you should save money, why you should do a budget statement every month. People, and the budget statement is pretty simple. Just get a yellow notepad. There's also apps now. I love the Mint app. I like Truebill also. Teach your kids the importance of saving people. Teach your kids the importance of investing. I also wish they do a class that adds these 3 parts to it. One thing I give to our shots out the Florida governor for implementing a financial literacy exit exam. He's going to be, of course, he's implementing something where they're going to learn about bank accounts. They're going to learn about credit. They're going to learn about college debt. They're going to learn about credit cards. But I hope that he also teaches them, like I said earlier, the importance of learning how to sell. That's going to be the next class to add to the system. In this world, my highest paid clients that make minimum $250,000 or more, I'm in sales. That's all I do is sell. I do commercial sales. I sell a lot of things. Sales is one of the highest paid occupations in the world. But the world don't like to teach it to you. Parents, are you asking your kids why did they pick the degree that they pick? Are you asking your kids, will this degree give you the financial lifestyle you want? Will it make you the money you want to make? Are you asking your kids this? Are you asking your kids in high school, did you research this degree to see what are they paying entry level? What are they paying people 10 years down the line? You know, it's so funny in life, financial literacy, it took years to become a relevant topic. For some people, it's so easy to understand how to buy a pair of Jordans. It's so easy how to buy an expensive chain. It's so easy to go in debt for a car. But it's very difficult to take time to teach your kids the importance of saving, money management, the importance of having a good credit score, the importance of owning a home. So proud of Ron DeSantis, Florida governor, for implementing this. Is just such a healthy thing. The next level I think you should start implementing is teaching kids investing. A lot of us are not taught investing. Investing is very broad in real estate, in stocks, in your own self, in entrepreneurship, starting your own business. And real estate can break down to a lot of components. When we say investing, right? We could talk about flipping real estate. We could talk about buying and holding real estate. We could talk about wholesaling real estate. Because what we got to realize is as we get older, these young kids, these high school kids, college kids, nobody's teaching them what to do with the money before they make the money. And that's the mistake. We're just telling people, go to school, get a great degree, you're going to be fine, which is not true. You can have the degree. If you don't have the mindset or the self-discipline with the money that you're making, you will go broke. This is a problem in our society today. Why so many Americans born and raised in the United States of America have Social Security numbers, speak the language, are living check to check trying to figure out how to make ends meet. People, don't do this to your kids. Give them a fair chance. Sit down with your nieces, your nephews. Sit down with your son or daughters. Buy the game of Monopoly if that's what it takes at a younger age. Teach them the importance of saving money every time they receive a check from somebody else's dream, which is a job. Teach them to save 30 to 40% of gross. Teach them what credit is, the 3 different trade lines of credit. Teach them that credit is more important than cash. Teach them how to do a budget statement, a basic budget statement through Excel, aka a profit or loss. Showing them all their expenses, how big compared to how much money they're making. So they can see their bills every single month and see where they're spending too much money. Because one thing we all know, there's so many ways that companies take money out of take dollars out of our pockets, but a lot of us only have one stream of income. Teach them the importance of having different streams of income. Teach them that you don't always have to just put all your faith in a company. You could always add different streams of income, such as real estate, such as your own business. At the end of the day, people, we got to realize $2 trillion worth of debt, college debt, is killing so many humans today. They're having a hard time buying houses. And then if you really look at it, we don't even want to go too far deep in that. If you look at how much people have in mortgage debt, that's a whole different topic of discussion. A lot of us don't realize the truth that we're going to die. Some of us are going to die in debt because of bad money management, lack of financial literacy. But one thing I got to say, I guess this is important. I guess some of you are going to look good doing it because you know how to dress. You could name every brand that's out there. You know everything about cars, but you just can't understand, why are you financially broke? You didn't take time to focus in that area. Why are you not in a position to be financially free? You haven't taken time to figure out, how am I going to retire as a grown adult? How are my kids going to retire? Have you sat down and talked to them about retirement? One thing I do want our Florida governor to start implementing too is an advanced class, teaching about investing into ourselves, about investing in real estate, stocks, even crypto. I want him to also start focusing on estate planning. We need to start understanding about trust. What is a trust? What is a will? Also, retirement. How do you retire? What is the different types of retirement vehicles that exist? Kids need to start understanding these things at young ages. See, I learned in life, success is a mindset. Saving and managing money, it's a mindset. When I make checks, 50,000, 20,000, 80,000, it's self-discipline. I don't change. I don't go to the mall. Let me go buy a $10,000 piece of shirt just to go take a picture and post online. I'm the Zara type of guy. I'm TJ Maxx, and I got money. I'm TJ Maxx type of guy. I'm gonna go give me a $12 shirt and just make it look good. I think this shirt right now is what, H&M. I think what, $8. People, at the end of the day, where did we get this bad mindset of spending? Why are we competing with each other? Why are we teaching these young kids to compete with each other? Teach young kids the importance of managing money. If you teach your young kids at young ages the importance of saving and budgeting and managing money, at 25, 22 years old, they already have $50,000 to $100,000 saved up. They probably already got stocks and crypto, and they probably on their second or third house because you taught them at such a young age the importance of assets, the importance of passive income, making money while you sleep instead of spending money all day trying to be cool. And I get it. In high school, there's a lot of people trying to be cool. Everybody want to be popular. Everybody want to be with the athletes. I get it. Everybody want to get with the cheerleaders. I get it. But when you leave high school and you come to real life is real life. I realize a lot of high school kids that I used to know, they're not in the best position right now. You was, as they say, 50 Cent say, you was the man, homie. What happened? At the end of the day, you was doing it. You was the man in high school. Now what happened? Life is real. I was never that super cool kid. I was just a dude having fun, living my life, going to school. And I realized it's so funny, all the lames of high school became the shit. They win it. Making $250,000, making $500,000, making $1 million a year. But all the cool kids, they struggling because they was focused on the wrong things then, and they still focused on the wrong things now. The question is right now, what are you teaching your kids? Are you going to teach your kids, look, go to any college you want to stomp the yard and all that good stuff without going to school for purpose? I get it. Or are you going to teach your kids, look, make sure while you're doing whatever you're doing in college, when you leave high school, make sure you have something to show. Make sure you focus on what's important, which is leaving legacy. Make sure you get this degree and understand this degree is not what's going to make you. It's how you apply this degree is what's going to make the difference of your success in life. In order to win in life, you have to teach kids how to change their mindset. I'm going to give you guys a couple tips before I get off this live. If you guys have any questions in regards to financial literacy for your kids, even for yourself as grown adults, feel free to ask your questions. Shout out to everybody on Facebook and IG right now, because you could have been anywhere else. You decided to be here with me tonight. Let me take a couple comments on Facebook first. Rachel said, most of us are born in the United States and don't know how free we are. We are trained to basically be robots from childhood. I love that statement. Rachel's 100% correct. Is it true that a lot of us are programmed from young to not know how mentally free we are and financially free we can be if we would just adjust our mindset into understanding the truth about life? You don't have to struggle. It's a choice for some of us. We choose to struggle because we're chasing all the wrong things, and we're teaching our kids to chase the wrong things when they should be chasing success, when they should be chasing wealth, when they should be saving and learning the importance of credit, when they should even at least have a Credit Karma account. I highly recommend that for kids. I'm not saying it's the best credit reporting app in the world, but it's free. It gives them great values so they can understand the importance of seeing their credit. What is their credit score? Teach your kids of the importance of having 3 credit cards. Shouts out to Bank of America Visa. I'm a super fan of having kids at young ages have a Bank of America Visa credit card. Because as you grow and get older, Bank of America loves to give great high credit limits to the point where one of my cards right now have like $300,000 of credit limit. And of course, they say there's a rule of thumb. Don't use more than what? 30%. Teach your kids that rule there. So imagine if I ever want, I could always use that, take that credit card, 30% of $300,000. That's $90,000, and my score is still going to be at 830 right now. But a lot of us still have credit cards that have 10,000, 5,000. At grown adult ages, if you ran into an emergency, the maximum you have on your credit card is $10,000, $5,000. Do you understand how expensive the cost of living is in this world? If something go wrong, you telling me you have nowhere to pull money from? And you got a degree. You were born in the United States of America. Wow. People, teach your kids, man, don't do it to them. Don't hurt them like that. If you made the mistakes in your life and you're working check by check, explain to them, why are you working check by check? What mistakes you made? Where did you go wrong? If you have a degree that's not making you any money, teach your kids why this degree ain't going to work. If you feel like you're at a position as a grown adult, you're working too hard based on the job you're working at, based on the degree you pick, teach your kids that, look, this degree, look what it's doing to me. It's not giving me free time. I'm mentally burnt out because of a decision that I made. Nobody told you to pick that degree. You picked it. If you can help kids make the right decision when they're young in high school, you'll see the life that they live 10 years later. King Moses, I'm gonna take your comment on IG. King Moses said, as long as you're waking up to make money, I get it now. King Moses says, as long as you're waking up to make money, you're broke. But once you got money working for you, you're winning. In other words, he's right. The game of life is learning how to have money work for you, not you work for the money. I think one of the best board games to teach kids, especially at young ages, is Monopoly. You buy 2 houses, you buy 4 greenhouses, you get 1 building. That's really how this game works. There's banks, there's money, there's decision making. I think Monopoly is such a great game to leverage when kids are super young. But as adult ages, teach your kids the importance of money management. Let me take some more comments. This is Steer. What's popping? I love what she's talking about. They need to learn about IULs, more investing, less savings. Actually, I gotta call you tomorrow. Actually, put your number in my DM. This is Steer. I got your message this morning from my secretary, and I'm gonna call you tomorrow. I like the topic of discussion that she wants to have, and I'm gonna actually go live with her on that topic. She wants to talk about life insurance, and I think this is so important. Because a lot of you may not know, universal life is a different form of life insurance. And it's so important to understand the different types of life insurance that exist, because that goes along with estate planning. We got to understand in this world, retirement is so important. But nobody's really teaching us about estate planning. At the end of the day, one thing we all know, we're not going to be here. One day, all of us are not going to be here. The question is, have you taught your kids what is life insurance? Do you have life insurance on your kids? Do you have enough life insurance on your kids? Do you know what's the best life insurance for you? This is going to be a great interview. I'm asking you to leverage. This is Steer. I'll be calling you tomorrow. Put in my DM your phone number, and I'll definitely give you a call tomorrow. Tonight, we're talking about the importance of teaching kids how to manage money, financial literacy. We're talking about the importance of readjusting your mindset so you can financially win. We're talking about how you go from broke to a multi-millionaire. You have to change your mindset. We're talking about the importance of why is it that you're born in the United States of America, you're working check to check. What did you do wrong? Have you taught your kids your mistakes so they could win? Are you teaching your kids the reality about life? A degree is not the only thing that will give you success. It's also your mindset. It's also how you manage money. You can make $100,000 and be broke, and you can make $100,000 and be super wealthy. It's all about how you spend your money, not just how you make your money. And a lot of people are having a hard time understanding this. Teaching your kids the importance of saving every time they make money. Don't just pay bills first. No, save first. That's a broke person's mindset. Once you make money, pay bills. No, once you make money, save first. Then you pay bills. Broke people love to have that mindset. It's a broken mindset, broke mentality. Once you make money, pay bills. That's all they know, pay bills. They have no savings. Teach your kids sometimes, if you're teaching them budgeting, do they make enough money? And teach your kids that at the end of the day, what is enough money? What is enough money? 100,000? Don't tell your kids go to school, hey, go to school. As long as you're making 60,000, you're going to be okay. Why are you teaching them to live on such low standards? Teach your kids the importance of going to school for $500,000. Teach your kids to go to school to make $225,000. I have clients that make $450,000 a year working for people because they made the right decisions and picked the right company. And I have clients begging companies to give me a $2 raise at $65,000 a year. The question is, who's right, who's wrong? Two different mindsets. This is why I did this live, to really give us some value. Shout out to our new governor implementing this new exit program that really gives people the value of financial literacy. You now have to take a financial literacy course in the state of Florida when exiting high school. This is essential to growth. I hope these young kids take it serious. Parents, don't just give up on your kids. It's not easy because society is different. These young kids think they're growner than ever. Try to get them a mentor, somebody that they can relate to, somebody they're willing to listen to, whoever that mentor may be. Teach your kids the importance of saving. Take time to open up a bank account with them. If they're super young, go back to the piggy bank days. Go buy a piggy bank. I believe in that. Teach your kids financial literacy, what it is to own a home. You should not be renting for the rest of your life. Teach your kids the reality, people. Let me take some more comments before I get off this live. Mark, what's going on? Thank you, my brother. So they teach the kids about the importance of next working. True, very true. Kids should learn about investing in ninth grade. Very true. But I wonder why they're not teaching kids investing. I wonder why schools only teach you theoretical things. I wonder why they don't teach you how to save money. I wonder why they don't teach you how lenders put you in debt in college and how to get out of it. I wonder why they don't teach you that. We're not saying don't give us the loans, the school loans, but wouldn't it be nice to have a class that teaches us how to get out of the school loan so we can pay y'all back? And why is it important to pay you back? That would be a great class. I think it's so important too. I'm going to say, I love how he said this. Mark, shouts out to Mark. He said these kids also need to learn soft skills such as networking. I think kids also need to learn social skills. A lot of kids nowadays, their social on social media, but not social in real life. And that's a problem. One of the key ways I make a lot of money is not just, of course, being social on social media. You have to be social in real life, building relationships, having people love you. But I also learned that in this world today, a lot of us we're very isolated with reality when it comes to being social. We don't like to talk. I hear young kids say, I like to be to myself. Parents, get that out of their system. It's okay to communicate with people, especially when you're in the world of business, especially when you're at these jobs or careers, because that's how you elevate, knowing the right people, learning how to build relationships. It's nice and cute when these kids are young. Oh, no, he don't like to talk to people. Oh, it's cool. As he gets older, he's in college, he's out of college, he's in real life. You need to learn how to talk. You need to learn how to deliver your statements. You need to have a great vernacular. I'm telling you, if you want to financially win. If you want to take your child from $100,000 a year to $200,000 or $500,000 a year, you better know how to teach them. Why is it important to have different cultures in your life? Why is it important to be sociable? Why is it important to make sure you make the right decisions to add value to people who are adding value to you? There's way more we could keep going. But again, financial literacy is the topic of discussion tonight, which is so important. This is your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. Lady Ray, what's popping? Appreciate all the love on Facebook and IG. Mark asked a great question. Any questions before I get off? If you're a grown adult or a young child, any financial literacy questions, any money management questions, any financial questions, I'll be glad to take a couple questions tonight before I get off. What books you recommend for high school kids to read? Oh, that's a great question. I recommend, first of all, The Secret. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert T. Kiyosaki. I think those books are very essential. I wouldn't have kids at that young age going to 48 Laws of Power. I think it's too in depth. I think at young ages, The Secret and Robert T. Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and he has many other books, is great starting points for high school kids to really start understanding the difference of two different fathers, one that believes in working for the system and one that believes in working out of the system. So you can see the two different mindsets on how you could approach life. Even though a person has 3 degrees, he's financially struggling, while the next person has no degrees, but at the end of the day, he knows how to work the system. Not saying the degree is not important, because we got to understand, for a lot of us, the degree is the only thing that's going to get us in the interview door. So for a lot of you that's going into this mindset, teaching your kids don't have degrees, you better understand the type of child you have. Do you have a child that's self-motivated, that's driven, that want to be something in life, that's an innovator? If you don't have that child, I don't recommend you tell that child, do not go to college. That makes no sense to me. Because for a lot of us, a bachelor's or master's degree is the only thing that can get us in the door to understanding what $500,000 is sometimes before you get to the level of life you want to really get to. Because without a degree, you ain't coming through certain doors of certain multi-billion-dollar corporations. So it's kind of confusing when I hear people say that, knowing that some of you have kids that's not social, that don't like to talk, that's in positions of life that you might want to reconsider your decision on. A kid telling you, especially if you have a young child telling you, college is not for me. Chilling home ain't going to be for you either. I don't know where young kids get that from. College is not for me. You're not going to chill home. I don't care if college is not for you, but you could go get a license, a skill. You're going to do something, but it ain't going to be chilling home. You're going to go become somebody, but it's not going to chill. It's not just going to be sitting here hoping that life going to change. People, stop letting these kids be lazy in this world. Let them be great. Teach them what they could earn in life if they focus and listen. Shout out to everybody that was on my live tonight. I love what Lady Ray says. She says, everything I learned financially, I learned from my own research and due diligence. Lady Ray, I love what you're saying, because for a lot of people, people like to make it seem like they don't have time for anything, time to research. Nowadays, there's YouTube, there's Google, there's so much you can learn. Young kids can just go online and see, if they take this occupation, what they're expected to get paid. They could learn how to save from online. They could book people like myself, mentors. There's so many mentors. There's now apps. There's so many ways to teach kids financial literacy. There's no excuse anymore why a person is struggling. I just seen Walmart just posted, if you're an entry driver, CDO driver, which is crazy to me now, Due to the shortage of drivers, they're starting $130,000 a year. How can somebody tell me they're broke in this world? There's companies on Indeed starting people $95,000, $100,000 a year. Companies are increasing compensation because of the shortage of workers that want to work for their establishment. But I'm not going to say it's easy, because you got to bring the tools needed to be great. And sometimes that tool is 2 degrees or 3 degrees. But in the right field, pay attention to how everything is going online. Pay attention to where the world is going. That's what you should be having your kids have conversations with you at night with. Focusing on things that can benefit them long term. Easy degrees get you nowhere. In-depth degrees put a lot of wealth in your pocket. People love to go to school for easy degrees just to get out of school quick, and now you're financially struggling. I'm not going to stay too long. I love all of you. Shout out to everybody that's live right now. Shout out to Lady Ray, many others, Mark. Shout out to everybody that's on my IG, everybody that, of course, listen to the live. The question was, should financial literacy be implemented in high schools? 100% I agree. There should be an exit exam. I love the fact that they're teaching kids about credit, saving, budgeting, money management. I hope they teach them about estate planning, asset building, home ownership, and the importance of being social in the world that we call social media. Mentourme.com. It's your boy, Bobby from Mentourme. You guys have a great night. Love you all. I will be live maybe Thursday and also I think Friday this week. Shout out to all of you who send me DMs, lovely DMs every day. Shout out to everybody that's following me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. This Thursday night, of course, I have relationship topics. We're going to have a great topic this Thursday. The question is men and women equal in relationships? We're going to have a great topic this Thursday talking about this topic alongside Mike, the advisor. Mentourme.com. You guys have a great night.